It is cooked, I'm telling you guys. Not really, but let's actually talk about the GM business credit card. And this is coming from my personal experience as well as working with a few clients in regards to the GM business credit card. So I want to talk about some of the things that you should be aware about, the approvals, the denials, and just things that I think will help you out, because the GM business card was very popular around a year, 2 years ago as a business credit card. And I'm not going to go through all like the little details of the sign-up bonus. I'm a points guy. It does give you $750 after you hit a certain amount of spend towards a car purchase with GM if you want, but I prefer the point stuff. So all the small little details when it comes to the GM card, we're not going to dive into. That's super easy to jump into the website and check that out yourself. But what it comes down to is business credit cards in general, they don't report to your personal side. So that allows you to have large balances, get 0% on a card for 9, 12, 18 months, and really take advantage of that for your business to scale it for marketing and just a lot of other opportunities. But in general, let's talk about the good things and then why I actually think it's somewhat cooked as an option right now when it comes to business credit cards, and I think there's way better available options. But the first thing with the GM business card is it was very popular because you could really get large limits with the GM card. Now, first off, another great thing is it's actually a soft pull until you accept your approval. So that's really great because it was an option that you could go to. You could then fill out your business information and then you could receive a limit, and it would only be a soft pull on your credit unless you accepted that limit, which is really great because if you received a low limit or you denied, it never really affected your credit report, because even though it's a business card, they're still pulling your personal information, they're still pulling your personal credit, which is what I talk about on the channel, why it's so important to build up your personal credit. So it was a soft pull, it still is a soft pull, and one of the reasons why it was very popular is you could get really large limits, anywhere from 15, 20, up to $50,000 with the GM business card, and it was really only stated income and business revenue. So they don't really have much of an underwriting team or people that approve this process, which is some of the bad pieces, which I'll talk about later. But the two main reasons why it was popular, the good things was you could get high limits on it with high business revenue or high stated income, and you could also do it as a soft pull without it affecting your credit, and it only would pull from Equifax. If you do accept the offer, they would pull it from Equifax. That's what it pulls from, and then you could proceed with that card. So that is some of the positives with it. Now, why I think it's pretty cooked and some things that you should be very aware about. I have tried to apply to this card 3 times, and the first time I tried to apply to it, they gave me a really low limit before really understanding some of the data points of the card itself. So first off, with that, this is not financial advice. This is just giving you guys the recommendations and the information as what you should do for the application. So if you want larger limits, typically, right, stated income and business revenue has to be higher, as well as, the spending amount, the monthly spending revenue for your business. That is something to be aware about. Let's talk about the things that I don't really like about it from my personal experience and working with, personal clients of mine, helping them get capital from these banks, including the GM card. So with the GM card, there's not relationship managers. So that's another thing. With other banks, if you have a relationship manager, you have a relationship with them, you can get larger limits on those applications and on those cards. In this process with GM, it is pretty much all automated. The process is all automated. They accept or approve you just through your application process, but their support is so freaking bad. So for whatever reason, if you get a denial on the GM card, you can't really speak to anyone. You can speak to a support staff, but the support staff can't really do anything to help push an approval, can't really give you any insight on why you were really denied. So that is something to be aware about. People can get lower limits with the GM card, 3K, 4K, 5K. Like I said, that goes back to really the stated income, business revenue, and the monthly revenue. Along with that, another kind of positive is that you could apply as a sole prop or an LLC. Most people will apply as an LLC, but if you apply as a sole prop, you need to make sure that you're backdating that you've had the sole prop for longer than a year, and that typically allows for, a sole prop approval. I've tried both. I've tried LLC, I've tried it, sole prop. And the things that I've ran into, because of the system is very automated, and you don't really get any support from their support staff. You don't really understand why you're being denied. One time I was given a denial reason, and it was that my business was not in business long enough, which it was, because my LLC or my business is over 2 years, and with GM before applying, you should have an LLC, and this is why I mentioned backdating for a sole prop, longer than 12 months. They typically want to see an LLC that is older than 12 months old, and you're good to go, or a sole prop that has been backdated longer than 12 months, that you've been in business longer than that. With that, like I said, in the scenario where they said my business wasn't in business long enough, they do pull business Equifax. So if you need to get something like Nav Prime or eCredible and have that reporting for a couple of months to help with your business credit score, that can be helpful. The thing is, with the automated system, why I think this is cooked, I've tried it multiple times. I've tried it 3 times, and 3 or 4 times actually. And one time I was given a really low approval. I didn't accept it. It didn't affect my credit report. The next time was apparently my business revenue was not my business revenue. My business wasn't old enough, like I said. So that is where I was able to figure out, okay, they do pull business Equifax. It's important to have that business credit score. So I ended up, getting Nav Prime, having that report help out. And the problem that I've seen over the last 6 to 9 months, which is why you probably haven't seen many approvals with this card, is because that system's automated, the support is junk, and it pretty much doesn't push through the application a lot of the time. The last couple times I've tried to apply, they have basically, you push your approval, you submit it, and then it just goes to a blank page without any information, and you don't know if it went through or not. Then you speak to support. They say, oh yeah, it's holding up for whatever reason, something isn't being pushed through. And this has happened with clients, a couple of clients of mine as well, where we will then apply, and then the submission doesn't necessarily go through. So their entire back-end system is just junk, and I don't know if they are just falling off because GM and Apple are kind of disintegrating that partnership that they had. Another thing is, over the last few months, now that I noticed, because I went to go to see if I could apply again, that card used to be 0% for 12 months, and now that card is 0% for 9 months. So now it's 9 months. Approvals are very slim. In your report, your personal report, your business report, everything has to be extremely, it has to be completely perfect. So if for whatever reason you are spelling something wrong on your address, if you spell out street instead of ST because of the automated system, and with your incorporation in your state, it has it as ST, but you spelled out street, you'll get the bad submission, or you will get it has not been submitted, or you'll get denied. So those things have to be completely in alignment. Just like if you have multiple addresses on your credit report, and that causes problems because you haven't deleted a bunch of past addresses. So there's a lot of things with the GM business card that are just really up in the air because of the way that they go about their process, because of the way that they go about their underwriting. You don't have specific people you can speak to, you don't have specific support that you can speak to, but it is a soft pull, right? It is, you can still see if it works for your business, for your information, for your personal information, your business information, as a sole prop, as an LLC, and it's not going to affect your credit report if you try applying to it. So I just wanted to really just kind of point you guys in the right direction. For one, go ahead and try it, because it's not going to affect your credit report in terms of inquiries, which is great. But the likeliness of getting an approval is going to be slim unless you have everything perfect. And just being in the credit space, being in the finance funding space, a lot of people don't have their T's, dotted up. They don't have everything, perfectly in alignment with their credit reports. That is my breakdown, why I think it is, pretty much cooked as a possibility, because of the way their system operates, because of the way that they go about approvals, because they don't really have anyone in their support staff that you can reach out to and get really direct information on. So that is kind of the breakdown of the GM business card. Like I said, go ahead and try it. This is not financial advice by any means, but I like to steer people in the right direction, understand really what's happening in the space, as well. It's probably why you haven't seen many other people who might be in this space, who have done a lot of different approvals like myself and help people out, getting much approvals with GM. So I'm not sure if it's they're scavenging or ending their relationship and they just don't really care about the product anymore. If their back-end system is just crap, it always has been crap, and it's just an issue with that. That's the take. Go ahead, give it a go. Like I said, for best approvals or best higher limits, if you have higher business revenue, if you have good personal credit, if you have low utilization, if you have business credit reporting, all of these things are going to help you just like any other approval or application. But just be aware of the possibilities of being denied and not understanding what the denial reason is, and that you're not going to have much support on that end. Just an FYI, it was 12 months. It is now 9 months. It is still a 0% card, but there you have it. Wanted to bring it to all of you. Appreciate you guys as always. If you have had success with applying to the GM card over the last 6 months, even before, drop that information down below. Let the people know, because if you hop on this video, it helps other people that jump on the video looking for the information, and that's my job. Or just what I want to do is keep you guys in the loop. If you are a business owner, you're in e-commerce, you want to be an entrepreneur or a business owner, and you're looking to be able to utilize business credit to help scale, grow, or build your business, or even start your business, and you need more hand-holding, more guidance, someone to walk you through the process, connect you with relationships, connect you with the right banks. And of course, I talk a lot about travel on this channel as well. That's something that I really enjoy and I think is a massive advantage when it comes to utilizing business credit and the points and the systems available with that. That's something that I help my clients with as well. So if that's something that you need help with, that you would like some guidance with, then feel free to reach out and we can see if it's a good fit. But either way, as always, appreciate you guys for hopping on. Appreciate you for dropping your information. Get me to 1,000 subscribers, guys. If you appreciate the video, hit like, hit subscribe. I'm going to keep dropping information on all things travel, business credit, and funding, and help the boy out. So appreciate y'all. Peace.